MuSINGS Outdoors, and just doing a little bit of a live stream. So we'll wait for some guys to get in here, but I thought in this one I'd probably just maybe try to see if you guys might want to just let us know how you're doing on your hunting season so far. The movement of the deer around here, I've noticed, has just started to change, because I just did see a nice buck who was, I couldn't tell if he had eye guards, but he was a 4x4 muley that was pretty dang decent, and he was chasing around 8 or 9 does. So, and my son down in Missoula, he had just talked to a guy that had gotten a buck down there, and that one was chasing some does down there too. So the rut might be a little bit early. I was expecting more towards next weekend is the usual. So it was just one of those things that, because we haven't really had any weather to really kind of trigger things either. So it is what it is. They're going to do what they're going to do. So, but when I was out hunting deer, I didn't see any, but lately I've been seeing them all over the place. I've had them run across the road in front of me and on the way home from work and that kind of stuff. So it's been, obviously things are changing. So they're starting to get chased around a little bit by the bucks. So that's good. G Tinkering is in here, and he said we had pre-rut behavior here in Utah a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Yeah, up here we're just kind of starting to get into it. So the next couple of weeks could be some good hunting if that's the case. So we did see a couple of years ago we got into some, and it was the last, like here, the weekend after Thanksgiving is the last weekend for our area towards the mountains here. So we did run into some nice ones there. Nice big whitetail where we were at that was chasing some does, and that was the year my son and I doubled up on that. Just everything just fell into place. So that doesn't happen very often. So, but Kultaran Sadu says hi. And hi back at you. So, let's see who else here. XCD Gamer, hi, and Clean M4. Oh yeah, I just had a little conversation with Clean M4 a little while back. So, just talking about some hunting, guys, to see if you've had any luck yourselves, what you've gotten. I know G Tinkering got his spike bull elk. That was a fun video to watch. That was kind of crazy. And he still has an archery deer tag. So gonna go chase some coyotes on Saturday. Yeah, it's always a good time chasing coyotes. So what are you going to use on coyotes? That's a good question, I guess. So if you want to come back with me at that, do any of you guys, let's see, Dan K says, yo, you think you might try my 6.8 recipe with the 570? I don't have any 570. If I did, I would sure try it. G Tinker's going to use the 6.8 Western on coyotes. That's good. Yeah. I've got some 130s that would work pretty good on coyotes. They would probably be, let's see, my 136s are going 3,200, so then 130s would probably be going just a hair faster than that. So that'd be shooting pretty flat for 6.8 Western. So yeah, I was thinking as far as the N570, yeah, I mean, I know Reloading Weatherby he's kind of looked at this stuff quite a bit, and he's kind of settled on N560, but I don't have either one, so I'm just using Mag Pro, and I'm getting pretty darn good luck with that stuff. As far as velocity and accuracy, is not bad. So, but I just want to try one out on an animal, which I haven't been able to do yet. So it'll happen. So let's see, Lacey McKinney. All right. And so G Tinker says N570 would give me some good groups, but it would give me 1.5-inch groups consistently. N565 is a good one to try. Yep. I think that would be good too. Especially like on probably the 175s, I'm guessing, which I don't have any of that either. I've got the 165 ABLRs, the 155s, 136s. I've got some 150 ABLRs, and those 130 trophy bonds. So I've got a little bit of variety, but it's just C. Jensen 177 says, keep up the 6.8 PR. Yeah, you're going to want to make sure and check in on my next podcast, which is coming up Friday night. And I'll be downloading that probably tomorrow and scheduling it for Friday. So like I was saying in another video on my hunting video there, I did stop in and talk to the guys, Tracy at Choice Ammunition, and then I had a phone conversation with him later, and we kind of did a deep dive on their processes, and so I'm going to talk about that. So I think you should probably want to tune in for that. I'm really impressed with that little company. So and I did get out there and get some shooting in with that stuff too. So and it did pretty darn good. So just a hair under 3,000 feet per second. So not too bad, and that was with the 155 LRXs. So date and time to tune in. It should be, I usually try to run that thing at 4 o'clock Montana time. And so that's usually when I have it scheduled for. So some of you guys will be getting off work and some will be off work, but depending on your time zone. But that's usually when I have it ready to view. So, and then I don't know if you guys have noticed, but back when COVID happened and the 22 situation happened where you couldn't find 22 anywhere, but you could find, it seemed like in my area anyway, you could find target ammo up the wazoo. And now it's just the opposite. So I'm seeing, especially CCI is kind of a lot of that on the shelves. We got 22 league coming up this winter, and so fortunately I was able to get some SK. I get the what is that, Standard Plus for our indoor league, which is plenty good for what we do. And then I've got some Ely Club. But I just haven't seen any of that in the stores. I don't know if you guys do or not. So, but I've got a bunch of CCI standard velocity, so I should be all right. But let's see what else. Any other questions here? Another 6.8 to consider is McGuire 148 copper, rose deadly and high precision. Soon to be on AB Quantum database for CDM. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I saw, who in the heck was it? Reloading Quest was loading up some Maguires here a while back, and I'd like to try the hammers too. It's just that they're so dang expensive, and so I just haven't gotten any. Because when you're reloading, you're supposed to be doing it to save money, but if you got to pay, like, I don't know what that stuff is. $2 a bullet. I don't know. But it's anyway, it's pretty expensive. JM official channel says hi. And C. Jensen says I'll say some. Oh, perfect. That would be awesome. Just a little sample pack or something would be great, and so I could test them out. That'd be nice. Appreciate that. And like to see some 175 grain bonded bullets. Yes. Yeah, the 175 TCAMs are a really good bullet, they'll get the job done. There's enough weight behind them, I think, that they they are still going to work. Obviously, they do because lots of people have used them and they work great. But a bonded would be nice. Um, the problem with bonded is they don't fly quite as good. So it depends what your gun likes, basically. Um, like some people's guns don't like all copper bullets. Both of mine, the X-Bolt 2 and the Seekins, don't seem to mind it too bad. So I have no problem shooting that stuff out of my stuff. But what about the combobulator? What is AB quantum database? That's a good question. I really don't know. Whoever posted that, let's get that in the old answer box here so we can all know. So, but yeah, it's getting back to the podcast. It's that's I think you guys will be super impressed with what they do and what they, because there's so many things that you can control when you're hand loading, and between bullets and brass and powder, and they do their best with what they can get to make sure that they're putting out a good product. And I was super impressed. Yep. Brian, let's in the custom drag models better than G1 and G7. Oh, okay. Applied ballistics calculator call AB quantum, Brian. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see. What else could we talk about here? Any questions? Anything you guys have on your mind? Just throw it in there and we'll talk about it. So, I do still have my 6'5". I did a video a long time ago. I think it was a short on why buy a 6.5 PRC? Just buy a 6.8 Western. And I still believe that, but I still have my 6.5 PRC. And I'm hoping to rehome that thing. So, and this time of year would be a good time of year for somebody who's looking for one. So, but it's just, I wouldn't mind keeping it. I got grandkids. They could probably use it. So, but that'll be a few years. They're pretty little. But it's still, even the 6.5 PRC is ballistically with a lighter bullet, and the 6.8 Western 165 and the 143s are virtually identical. So you're just packing more weight with that 6.8 Western, and that's why I went with it, because I do like to go elk hunting even if I don't have much luck getting them. So, but at least you feel confident going out. So, yeah, it's been a good, saw some really cool country. I don't know if you guys know where Sula, Montana is, but if you look on the map, it's kind of in the southwest part of Montana, and that's where we went. And so I'd never been there before, and it was, yeah, fortunately there's a good road going up most of the way of the mountain, and so we got to a parking area about 6,400 feet, and then we had about a 2-mile hike up to about 7,600. Then the wind started blowing, and it blew all night long. And my son has an Argali tent, and we've got a stove and stuff for it, one of them foldable stoves. And but the wind was coming up underneath the tent all night long. I just kept thinking this thing is gonna get pulled off of its moorings and be gone. So it was a long night, I'll tell you. And then the next morning, if you saw the video, it was pretty nice for about 3 hours or so, and then it just disappeared. So, or it just came back again. But anyway, well, I'm going to let you guys go and just wanted to touch base with everybody, and hope y'all are having a good week. And like I say, make sure and tune in to the podcast. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss it. And we will, thanks. So hopefully we'll have more luck coming in the future here. We still got time. And somebody in here from Tel Aviv. Nice. Yeah. Thank you for checking in. But anyway, you guys have a good evening, and good luck out there hunting. And especially if you're shooting a 6.8 Western, I do have my email is on my homepage. It's Montana Musings 6.8 at gmail.com. And if you get some pictures or something like that, I got a guy, Eric Jones, who has sent me some pictures of his aoudad hunt, and he just recently got a cow and a bull elk and sent me some pictures. So if you guys want to do that, that'd be great. And we'll see you in the next one. So have a good evening, guys. Catch you later.